welcome everybody. Today I have the pleasure of interviewing the lovely Nicky Potgieter, who is based in South Africa, and she is a intuitive coach for impact-driven women, right? So Nicky, could you tell us a bit more about yourself, about what you do, and also what kind of people you work with?
I am a intuitive coach, spiritual coach really for impact-driven women, and I work with women who are in a season of questioning where they are, who they are, where they fit into the world, and what they want to create with their lives. And they are women who are impact-driven, they are high achievers, and often there's a sense of numbness or a sense of dissatisfaction with them because they know deep down that they were meant for more. And so I work with them and I just help them return to who they are and figure out what it is that is born inside of them that needs to come out into the world for them to have the life and the success that they want.
Okay. So that's like a holistic view of the person. So it's not only personal or it's not only business, but if I understand you correctly, what you do is more holistic and you help the people with their whole life. So it can be more business or more personal, but you're actually dealing with both. Is that right?
That's right. That's right. It is a
Okay.
holistic thing because I think the moment you return to yourself and you understand who you are, it affects every single aspect of your life, not just your business, not just your personal life, not just your relationships.
Yes. And those women, when they come to you, is it generally more women or more personal, or how do they actually get the sense of asking you to become their coach? Is something because you say they are misaligned or they are not fulfilled and so on?
Yes.
So is there like a common thing that happens to them, or they just want more. They know they are meant for more, as you said, and that's when they come to you.
They are generally high achievers who want more out of life, who know that they're born for more, but they live this life that looks successful on the outside. And so they show up with the pretty smile, and often they are medical professionals, but not all the time. They show up with the pretty smile, they are happy in their lives, or they seem happy, but something inside of them is missing, and they know that, and it's that numbness that drives them to look for more. And it often starts with a little bit of a spiritual journey, but generally it is they looking for somebody to help them. Some of them think that it's therapy and that's where they'll start, only to realize that that goes into coaching. And so that's how they usually end up with me, because of the numbness, and the numbness starts spilling out into every area of their lives, into their relationships, into their business, into their performance, into their income ceiling. So yeah, that's how they get to me.
Yes, yeah, okay. And you can definitely feel that you speak from experience as well. So maybe now is a good time to ask you to tell us a bit more about your story. How did you end up doing what you do now?
Okay, so I used to be a dentist, and I had everything that your heart would desire, or everything that society said is successful. So I had the title, I had numerous practices, I had the money, I had the wife and the husband and the kids, not the wife, the husband and the kids. But there was this sense of longing for something more, for something better. I just knew that there was something greater out there, like I wasn't living into my purpose. And Sunday nights used to be the worst night of the week for me. I would have complete Sunday blues, knowing that tomorrow I have to go to work. And not because I didn't love my patients or because I didn't love my practice. I did love that, but I just knew that this wasn't why I was created. I wasn't created to be this person. And so yes, I felt empty. I felt dissatisfied. I felt ungrateful for even saying that I wanted more from life. And people would shame me for that. If I would say, I don't want to do this job anymore. There's something bigger, something better out there for me. People would look at me and tell me that I'm ungrateful for even thinking that I could, want something else. So that's basically where my story started. And eventually that led to me becoming sick and losing my ability to practice. And in that moment, I realized that I really had an identity crisis because I didn't know who I was. I had made my identity or found my identity in Nicky the dentist or Nicky the wife or Nicky the mom, but never just as Nicky. And when I was facing that and I needed to start a new life or a new career or pursue this desire inside of me, I really had to ask myself some hard questions like, what do you want to do with the rest of your life? And it's freaking scary when you don't know because you don't know yourself. And so that's what started me on this journey of uncovering who I am and returning back to me and seeing myself through the eyes of my creator and going, wow, there's so much more to me. And I'm keeping myself small because of my fears and self-doubts and beliefs that I've taken on from other people. And yeah, so that's how I basically ended up on my journey. I ended up being a coach and realizing that there are so many women out there who struggle with exactly this, who are living life on autopilot day after day, but they know that they're meant for more. Like deep down, they know that they're not living into their purpose. They know that they're keeping themselves small, but it is the self-doubt and the fear that overcomes them and keeps them in a space that they're actually unhappy. And when we're doing that, we're actually people pleasing. We're pleasing others because we're worried about their opinions. We're worried about what the world will say if we break out and break loose and do something for ourselves. And so that is one of the biggest things that I've had to overcome was the people pleasing and realizing who I am and who I was created to be and not who I was told to be or who I thought I should be.
Wow, what a journey, Nicky. I so recognize myself in that as well because I've changed many times and always in the pursuit of this should be it, thinking the next thing is this is it, this is what I'm made for, only to realize once you have arrived that actually not, or maybe for a while, but then there's even something else. And I agree with everything you said. And, the part about society where people shame you for being ungrateful, that you seem to have it all, but actually you are not happy with it and you want something else. But what else can you more than being a wife, a mother, and a dentist? Like this is the the growl of things, but it doesn't have to be. And yeah, and also, it made me think about, indeed, we need to break loose, as you said, and we really need to overcome our fears if we are to live our purpose, because most of the times they're gonna prevent us from acting. So looking in the eyes of our fears and finding ways to overcome them is a big part of finally realizing who we are meant to be. Yeah, it's a beautiful story.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a huge thing.
So,
fear is such a big thing. Sorry.
Yes, it's huge. I agree. No. It's because of this small light that we have. No worries, Nicky. No. It's beautiful. So, okay. So tell us about your clients and tell us about the transformation that they go through. So who are they on the other side? And yeah, tell us a bit more about all of that.
So my clients, when they come to me, they are women who are just living. They're going through the day-to-day mundane things of everyday life, and they've got good lives. They think it's good. Their relationships are good. Their friendships are good. They think they feel good about themselves. They think they know themselves. But the transformation that happens is they actually come back to themselves, and it's like a meet and greet. They remind themselves who they are and who they were created to be. They understand why they are the way that they are, and they understand what else is out there for them. What is that deep desire that you've been pushing down since you've been a little girl? You've been pushing down that deep desire because society said it's not the thing for you, or your parents, or your teachers, or whoever. And so they go from just being alive, or living really, to being fully alive, to experiencing the life that they know that they were created to have, and to step into their purpose so that they can impact the world, so that they can live out their true creativity, their true authenticity, their true heart and soul. Because I truly believe that that's why we were put on this earth. We weren't put on this earth to just survive, to just be alive. We were put on this earth to make an impact, to contribute, to change, to live fully and have a full human experience. And so that is the journey that they go through with me. Is they literally come to know themselves again, understand why they are the way that they are, and then choose to step into the next level of themselves, because all of a sudden they have the courage to trust themselves because they know themselves so deeply.
Okay, beautiful journey. So you take them through the transformation that you have been through. Now this story that is yours, you're now helping others get where you are now, and so that they get in touch with themselves, that they discover what's in it, what's meant for them, and that they break all the blockages that would prevent them from really making the step or taking the steps and go there, right? Yeah, no, it's beautiful. So, in practical terms, how long do they typically work with you? Like 3 months, 6
They
months?
usually work with me for 12 months. Before that, you don't. It's a journey. It's a never-ending journey. It's not a journey that ends after 12 weeks, not 12 months. It's a journey after 12 weeks. It doesn't end. It keeps continuing. But it's the beauty of the beginning part of the journey, where they get to discover what needs to be healed. They get to discover who they truly are underneath. They get to meet themselves for the first time and really love themselves, truly love themselves for the first time. And so that the first 12 weeks, I would say the first 4 weeks are probably the hardest, because that's when they become aware of all the baggage that they've been carrying around for so long, that we unconsciously carry. And then thereafter, the next 8 weeks is really discovering who you are, what your purpose is, what you want to make out of this life, who is the next level person that you want to step into, what is the raised standards that you choose for yourself going forward in your life. So it's a 12-week journey, and it's the most beautiful thing to watch these women transform. It's my life's work.
Yes, and this is what fulfills you, and this is what makes you happy. Definitely, yeah.
From
So
inside out.
yeah, exactly. So, and you have groups, and you also have individual coaching, right? You do both,
Yes. Yes,
and also sometimes a combination.
Yes.
Right.
So I'm in a group, and it's called Unlock Your Greatness. And it's a small group, intimate group with some women, where we do group coaching and we go through a program. And there's some hot seat coaching in between with the women in the program, so that we can have massive transformation in the program. But then I also coach women one-on-one basically through the same journey, but there we go a lot deeper. We go into the healing a lot deeper. The transformation happens so much quicker. But yes, it's different setups really. The one in the group is as beautiful because there you just, these connections that the women form are, it's like lifelong friendships that develop there. It's so beautiful to watch.
Yes, it is. Yes. Okay, great. So, Nicky, are there any tips that you could give our audience today if women are in the situation that you described, they are living but they are not feeling fulfilled? What are some things that they could do to start maybe uncovering who they are?
Okay. I would say invest in yourself, because this is not a journey that you can do by yourself. You will never go to the places that need to be healed. You need to do this with somebody who will walk alongside you and hold your hand and show you who you truly are, and who believe in you even more than you can believe in yourself in that moment. So my number one tip would be invest in yourself, whether it be in your business or in your personal life. Invest in yourself to become the better version of who you are. Raise your standards for yourself. Have standards of excellence, no longer mediocrity and just settling for what life's dealt you, because you are in charge of your life. You get to choose how you want to live this beautiful life that you got given. Then I would say have enough courage to trust yourself, to go on the journey and to meet the woman that was placed in your heart, because it's in the courage and in the trust that the confidence to play bigger develops. And then lastly, like deal with your stuff. We all want to hide away from our hurts and our failures and our past, but that is where the gift lies, is the moment that you deal with that. It stops you from playing small. It allows you to step out fully and confidently and tell the world, here I am, and I am here to show you who I am. And so, yeah, deal with the stuff even though you don't want to. It is the most liberating journey of your life.
Yes, I so agree again with everything you said. I mean, your first tip was to invest in yourself and indeed to get surrounded by people who are going to lift you up, such as coaches like you and me. And I would say, since I'm a coach, and that's already a few years down the road, it's about 10 years or so. So since I'm a coach, I nearly like always had somebody to coach me, because that's for me the only way that you can grow. And also I agree with you that we can obviously do some work on our own. We can read a lot of books, we can do journaling, we can do a lot of stuff, but if we're on our own, we're gonna stop before we're not gonna go as deep, because we need to be really pushed to go by a coach to go deep and deeper and to really get the healing that we deserve, and to get through to the roots and to what we need to uncover to become the next best version of ourselves. So agree. And so you had three tips for us. The first one was invest in yourself. The second was courage, right? And courage, again, I would say that this is so much easier when you are not alone, but that you have a support system around you. And I mean, if you don't have a coach, it can be that you have women in your surroundings that are also on their journey and that they can help you. But at the very minimum, you really need some supportive people in your life, so that they're gonna help lift, and they're gonna help you muster the courage to do what it takes to become that next version of yourself. And tip number 3 was, and I lost it for a minute, but can you remind me, Nikki?
Deal with your stuff. Heal the stuff that needs to be healed.
Yes,
And this
deal
is
with your
again
stuff.
where the
Yeah.
coach this is again where the coach or another person, somebody that you trust comes in, because you cannot see your own blind spots. You've become so accustomed to living in that state that you think that state is normal. And so you really need somebody who either has the tools to help you move through it, or who can see bigger and better and envision a future greater than you can for yourself, and help you to get there alongside you, because it's not something that you can do on your own. If you could probably, but it'll take you so much longer. Like, it doesn't have to take you all your life to step into your greatness and to realize that you carry your own power within. Doing it with support is just so much quicker, so much easier, and so much more fun.
Yes, yes, I agree. And yeah, it made me think when you were talking about that, deal with your stuff, and you mentioned earlier about the failures, to move past our failures. And I personally have a story about that one, because my first business, I had to stop it because it was not working. And it took me years, really years, to finally come to terms with it and to be able to move past that. And I think and it's also thanks to you, obviously, and what we are doing together. It took me years to, be able to just put it aside and just accept and take the lessons. And I've been writing about it recently on my social media as well. But I really, this was like a dragon, or this was something I had on the side, and I knew it was polluting me, but I couldn't really go deep enough with it. And now I feel I have done that, and it's allowed me to move past it and to grow from it. But it was a long process for me. It had just been bothering me on the side. Yes, so definitely, definitely, I can't emphasize it enough. As you said, deal with your stuff, because otherwise it will
Deal
drag
with
you
yourself.
down. And
It's so freeing. It's just so freeing. It allows you to just expand in ways that you could never imagine expanding, but you don't even always know that it's that thing that's holding you back. Like, the moment you identify it and you change it and you free yourself from the power that it has over you, it's like you can breathe again. You can see new light.
yes, yes, I can see the light after this tunnel, definitely. Oh, what a lovely conversation, Nikki. It's so nice, and I so love everything you said in our conversation. um,
Thank you,
well,
Dana.
is there anything
Thank you.
else you would like to say today to our audience before we end our interview?
I firstly want to just say thank you to you. Thank you for interviewing me. Thank you for taking the time. Thank you for being in my space. I love being in your space. You are just an incredible human being. And there's so much out there for you, and the way you're changing people's lives. So thank you for that. And then for the audience, just never settle. If there is a burning desire inside of you to do something, don't worry about the how. Don't worry about the how, because the moment that you get to meet your true self and you return to your own inner power, all those things fall into place. But don't settle, because there's life to be lived, life to be lived abundantly, and it's yours. It's your inheritance. It's what you were created for. So don't settle.
Thank you so much, Nikki. I will put your links for our audience to connect to you after the interview. I will put the link on the Facebook and the YouTube channels. And again, thank you so much for accepting my invitation and for spending that time with us together today. I loved it. Thanks again. And to the audience,
Thank you. I appreciate it.
have a lovely day and a lovely week, and we see you soon. Okay, bye bye, everyone.
Thank you.